All right, hello everyone. This is my final project for my Cybersecurity Bootcamp. My topic is, or my title is called Sniffing the iPhone. Basically, it's about how hackers sniff network traffic and get network data. My particular one is going to be off of an iPhone, an older iPhone that we have in the family, so we have permission to use it. Um, the tools and resources we'll be using for this is, of course, Kali Linux on a virtual machine. We'll be using nmap, Edercap, which is a ARP poisoning tool, and Wireshark to read the packets and information. And other resources used, of course, the YouTube channel Network Chuck. If you haven't gone and seen Network Chuck, he is amazing. You definitely got to check that out. Apackets.com, an amazing site that you definitely need to check out as well if you're going to be doing any of this or using Wireshark for the packets. There's ways to go in and read the information with Wireshark, but if you want a more detailed view of things, you'll be able to see that here in just a minute on how Apackets can do that, and of course, Chat GPT. So step one, basically using the nmap to scan the network for devices. I was using my mobile hotspot through my Verizon wireless phone, so it made this whole project a bit more challenging and is going to pretty much spur me to do more research. But I did use that and could not find the things I was looking for on the network whenever I scanned, but I did do successful scans, and eventually I just captured a ping. I had sent a ping from Kali Linux to the target device and was able to capture that information, which we know what it is, but still it showed network traffic, and that gave me something to put into Wireshark. So using Edercap was really the next step. Once you have the IP address or MAC IP address of the target device, you can go in and with Edercap essentially be the man in the middle. You're going to trick the device into thinking it's speaking to the router, but essentially it's speaking to you, your device, and that's how you become basically the man in the middle on that. I just got a couple diagrams on there in the program Edercap when it spits out an error message. Also, so then we use Wireshark. Once Edercap is intercepting the information, you'll use Wireshark to capture and record the data packets, and you can dig deep, dive deeper into Wireshark reading stuff. I think I dug in and followed a UDP stream on this one. If there were websites that was going back and forth, then you could essentially go in and do that as well. Now we're at using apackets.com, which again is an amazing site. It allows you to break down the data, so it's very easy to read. And that again was probably one of the most satisfying parts of this project, was actually being able to see how detailed this site was. As you can see, I put a little picture on the left of how it breaks it down. If you want to look at the connections, the open ports, anything that's within that PCAP file that you uploaded, it's all going to break it down for you right there, and it'll show you the graphs and everything. Visuals, some more visuals. It'll tell you all the connections made, and this little shot here is from my hotspot is right there, and then that is the Kali Linux, and then this one down here is the actual target device, the phone that I was pinging at the time, or trying to receive network data. So basically, in a nutshell, a couple of my attempts were unsuccessful. This, again, a lot of this was unsuccessful, but it was very successful in teaching, I think, and spurring you to learn more. I think some of it was working off the mobile hotspot, which made it a little bit challenging. But I already knew the target IP address, so I used it with Edercap to poison, the mobile network and the capture the data traffic. Although Edercap was also an unsuccessful attempt, and it came up with the ARP poisoning needs a non-empty host list. So again, research that error message, find out what's going on to get more detail, so that I could eventually get the Edercap to work. But I was able to ping device just for the demonstration purposes. I wanted to ping and capture something, so I used that and captured the packets with Wireshark, sent it up to apackets.com, and that really gave me a good visual on how that works. And again, as the ones I showed you earlier. So again, it's inspired me to do more. I think Edercap, that was something I hadn't heard of until doing this project. Apackets.com hadn't heard of. So there's so much out there, so many tools out there to use, and very interested in all of it. So yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So it will be probably on YouTube. So we'll go from there. Thanks, and have a good day.